The Torn Cloak and the Mistaken Symbol. This is an enlightening story from the fifth book of Rumi's Masnavi, where Rumi emphasizes the danger of mistaking outward symbols for inner reality and truth. There was once a Sufi who, overcome with spiritual distress, tore his cloak in a moment of deep emotional contraction. Soon after, a sense of inner expansion and relief washed over him. Feeling liberated, he began calling the torn garment a faraji, a robe of relief. The story spread, and people started mimicking his act. They tore their own clothes, hoping for the same breakthrough. The torn cloak became famous. Everyone began to believe that ripping your robe was a sacred sign of awakening. But while the name spread like fire, the meaning was lost. People embraced the surface, the act, while forgetting the essence behind it. The wise teacher who first experienced the opening knew the truth. The relief came not from the torn fabric, but from a broken ego. The others, blind to this, thought the robe itself held the magic. Life lessons from the torn cloak. 1. Don't mistake the symbol for the truth. Spirituality isn't in the clothes, rituals, or appearance, but in the transformation of the heart. Tearing a robe without breaking the ego means nothing. 2. Traditions can lose their spirit. Every practice, no matter how sacred, can become hollow when repeated without meaning. We must seek the essence, not just the form. 3. Symbols must serve reality, not replace it. What once was a personal gesture of interchange became a public costume. When outer acts are performed without inner work, they become empty habits. 4. Don't cling to names, but seek what they once meant. As Rumi warns, names like Sufi or Dervish can become titles people wear rather than truths they live. It's not about the robe or walk, it's about what's in your soul. Rumi tells us, every name once held something pure, but in the hands of the unaware, only the husk remains, while the inner fruit is forgotten. The story of the torn cloak reminds us that every outer form in spiritual life must be rooted in an inner truth. Otherwise, we risk turning deep wisdom into shallow theater. The real work is not to tear garments, but to tear away pride, ego, and illusion until the soul stands free.